Came out of arrivals with something in his eyes that wasn't there, and you'd been waiting for him beneath the white fluorescent glare. He throws his bags down, he picks you up, and he's spinning you around, holding so tightly to you that you cannot even make a sound. This is your favorite memory of him polished beautifully. You thought about it often, both reflexively and dutifully. You didn't care who he was fighting or who he was fighting for, only that your father finally come home from your father's war. Now 18 years have passed, and we're still in Afghanistan with IEDs and armored Humvees, Burger Kings and quicksand. And the folks who started up the fight are getting old and dying, and it's harder to remember just why the hell we're fighting. So they wrap the reasons in the flag, show films of 9/11. Every Sunday they remind us that our soldiers go to heaven. It's a heaven for Americans, the ones who please the Lord. Remember, even Jesus had to fight his father's war. You meet a man you love who reminds you of your father, the way he used to be before his outlook got so dark. He sweeps you off your feet, carries you across the threshold of a new life, then he ships out. You are 22 years old. He calls you when he can from an undisclosed location, and something happens and he's sent home, put on medication. He wakes up every night, an AR-15 in his chest, with your head upon his shoulder. You can hear your father's war. Now laser-guided missiles, beams, snuff films of their immolation, fossil fuel removal, architecture runs on radiation, lines of code all stowed away down deep inside a terabyte. An economic serfdom is conferred upon the non-compliant. You don't have to understand it all, that's okay, nobody does. It's hard for souls to comprehend the horrors they commit in lust. They do their work behind a wall, behind a screen, behind a door, so they don't see what he saw when it was your father's war. So we'll finish off his tour of duty in an office park in Maryland, facilitating drone strikes on the border towns of Pakistan. This is all he's told you, and it's amazing he said anything. You've seen it on the cable news, the hospitals and weddings, and at first you think he'll be alright. He'll come home from work each evening, but he's no longer our loving light. He's silent or he's seething, and you love him more than anything. But you've seen this all before, and in every way that matters, this is still your father's war. This is still your father's war, and it's still your father's war, and it's his father's war, and his father being for father's war. And this is how it's gonna be, right down through generations. War improving only on its cruelties with innovation. So he's kept it there atop the dead, like flowers on cut roses. Improve the weak and take revenge, and slaughter without notice, and have everything we wanted with what's left will wipe the floor. So maybe it's just easier to fight our father's war.